Ian Cairns.
I need to grab a drink real quick.
Okay.
Do you mind?
Yeah. You have water?
Yeah, do you want one?
Oh, give me a water. I like water. Hi, Ian.
What?
We're Facebook friends, I think. Nice to see you.
I don't have a Facebook.
All right. Well, you know what? I was trying to be polite. I thought I can. Wait, are you on Steam?
Yeah, I'm on Steam.
They were friends on Steam, right?
Yeah.
There we go. See, come on, it's all the same.
I just wanted to ask: is there any movies you've seen recently that you would recommend?
Foxcatcher, I really liked. Rocco, did you see Foxcatcher?
No.
Foxcatcher's, I really dug it. You can get that now online in HD. Foxcatcher is kind of like Raging Bull meets Psycho. It's like it's all these two wrestling athletes in the 80s who are sponsored by a multi-millionaire who's crazy, played by Steve Carell, and it's based on a true crime story. It's really cold and gripping. It's just a rad movie. It's best to go into it not knowing much. I mean, it is based on a true story, but it's a kind of obscure story. So just watch it. It's good. I really liked it. And then the best movie I've seen in the past 6 months is still Whiplash, which I love. And then Rocco finally watched that. Whiplash. It's amazing. My favorite film of 2014 is still The Raid 2. It's the best martial arts action film since Terminator 2. Imitation Game's really good. I dug that. Theory of Everything sucks. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
You saw Theory of Everything?
No, I was gonna say I remember Rocco talking about how much he liked Whiplash.
Yeah.
So I have that on my.
Yeah,
backlog.
Whiplash rules. That debuted at Sundance 2014, so over exactly a year ago. And all the Twitter posts coming out were like, "Holy shit, this is the best movie! Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit!" And then I saw the Twitter equivalent of a synopsis that was like, "It's a movie about a drummer," so I wasn't interested. And then when it came out in September, I watched it, and yeah, I've been obsessed with it ever since, and I constantly recommend that to people.
Yeah, I mean it sounds cool.
Someone asked, how the fuck was T2 a good martial arts film? The scene where the T-1000 and the T-800 are fighting in the fucking mall and they're slamming each other into the walls and going through fucking store windows, displays, and he's like, get down! And then John Carter's like, oh my god! And then they're running and it's like, dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. And then he's got fucking cybernetic swords and he's like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I don't think you've seen Terminator 2, so it's very good.
What are you talking?
Some guys said Terminator 2 wasn't an action film, martial arts film.
Oh, cool.
I disagree. Come on. Terminator 2 is one of the best films of all time. And that's not even an opinion. That's if you go on, look up the dictionary for movie, and it'll say things that are Terminator 2. Hey.
I know.
I'm sorry. Kip the Snuggler. Hey, remember we were talking about comments earlier, saying comments that are so insane and negative you don't pay attention? This guy's saying Terminator 2 is not a martial arts movie? That guy's a nut. Although he is a subscriber, so not that much of a nut. Thank you.
Smart nut.
Yeah, smart nut. Kind of like cashews you get at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, what was Ian talking about? Movies. Recent ones. I said Foxcatcher. I think you'd like that.
I loved Whiplash.
Yeah, Whiplash is great.
Whiplash was awesome. I didn't see Foxcatcher. I saw... What was another one? There's something else I just watched.
I'm very OCD with movies.
Shit,
I'm going to pull up my list of shit I've seen recently.
You see American Sniper?
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it, and I didn't love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a conservative film, so, the tone of it being very pro-America was, I don't 100% gel with it, but it's by Clint Eastwood, and I mean, it made $150 million, so I know his audience loved it. Steven Spielberg is originally attached to direct, and I wish that movie got made, because it would have been a little more, middle grounded, and, the action scenes in Saving Private Ryan are still the best war action scenes ever filmed. So, that would have been really cool. But yeah, American Sniper is still cool. It made me want to play Counter-Strike more than anything. Yeah. Because, he shoots someone in one hit, and that's, it was if you're a fan of Call of Duty or Battlefield, check out American Sniper. It's pretty much the same thing.
One movie I never connected to was Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, really?
I think it has some of the best directed war ever of all time. So I have lots of great stuff to say about it, but there's certain stories that connect to me and don't. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, that movie, I enjoy watching the war scenes, but there isn't a story outside of that like gets to me. For some reason, it doesn't reach me, and I don't know what it is. I really I like the way it's directed, but that's it. I don't know. But there's certain movies that I know are good, and I'm the same way with Goodfellas.
Oh.
I just think there are really great parts of it, and it's like I saw both of those too late.
Yeah, I think
where
that's it.
I've seen other things kind of do things with that material that did drive a stake into me, and then by the time I watched those, I went, okay.
I think that's how I was when I watched The Godfather the first time. I think I was in high school or whatever. I watched The Godfather after years of like seeing every scene. I watched it and I was like, that was all right, whatever. And then I later really rewatched it maybe like 2 years ago, and it was like, holy shit. Yeah, like the second time.
And it took me another viewing too to really love it.
But yeah, Saving Private Ryan. But yeah, I saw those when those came out. I rewatched Saving Private Ryan, and like it's very neatly packed, like the opening and ending funeral scenes for the sentimentality. It's very Robert Zemeckis, but like that's good. Goodfellas, I was obsessed with as a kid. They're doing a 25th year anniversary, a 4K edition. That's gonna be tight. I love Goodfellas, but I just looked at my movie list. 2 movies I saw recently that I liked. Did you see John Wick?
You know what? I didn't. I know people who like worked stunts on that movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
And everyone I know who I kind of trust with stuff like that said how much fun it was.
Yeah.
So I just blind ordered it.
Yeah.
I saw it on Amazon. I was like, hey, you know what? For $20, fuck
again, you're the biggest Matrix fan, so I know you'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Wick, it's very like tight and efficient. Like it's almost kind of like The Raid in the sense where it's like they know they're making a film with no like juicy plot. It's just very it's a setup. Hey, you have a need for revenge. Go have fun. Yeah. There's like a 12-minute.
It was a movie made by stunt people, and they got him to be in it.
There's a 12-minute like action shooting sequence in a nightclub, so it's all like electronic music and neon lights. It's so fucking awesome. Huh. And the whole thing, it's almost like it's like Hitman, it's just all these amazing, ridiculous like stealth kills and shoots, and like it's super fun. Willem Dafoe is in it. That's really funny. There's Lance Reddick is in it from The Wire. It's like there's all these like little small roles that are so funny. But yeah, it's a cool, fun movie. Nothing big, but yeah, John Wick is cool. The nightclub sequence is awesome. And then, did you see Big Eyes?
No, I never did.
Tim Burton hasn't made a great movie in like 20 years.
Yeah, I really wanted to see that, but it was something that it came around Christmas time and it was like not happening. I just couldn't get to the theater.
The people who wrote and developed Big Eyes are the same people who did Ed Wood. Oh. So like it's great, it's funny.
Never saw that either.
Ed Wood's really good. Yeah, I really like Big Eyes. Both Amy Adams and Christoph Waltz are so fun in it. Like it's a really sad, tragic story about this woman who's oppressed and like she never gets glory. But like they approach it like a dark comedy, like Burton's early stuff, and like Christoph Waltz is so funny and fun to watch in it. Jason Schwartzman's in it. Yeah, I really liked Big Eyes. That's good. But yeah, that came out. It's a small movie, and that came out surrounding all these other big films that like it got lost. But yeah, Big Eyes is good. So that's a good movie. What about you? What films have you seen recently, you Doug?
I just recently watched In a Lonely Place. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's directed by the same guy who did, Rebel Without a Cause.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, it's like an old like 1950 like film noir, and like I really dug that. It was awesome. It stars Humphrey Bogart, and yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
I can't give away like too much because it'll like ruin the plot, but it's like a really cool film noir, and I recommend it.
Okay, wait. So just reading the quick 1-sentence synopsis on Wikipedia, it says it's about a screenwriter who's set up for a murder or something like that.
Yeah, that's like the basic.
So is it at all like Sunset Boulevard?
It's kind of like that because they're both like writers, basically.
Yeah, Hollywood Insider-y.
Yeah, and there is, because like Sunset Boulevard has like that, like mental illness sort of like take on it, but this is more like grounded in reality.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's like he's framed basically, and like no one can trust him really. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, film noir is so like fun to watch. Like, it's almost like you're watching a Saturday morning cartoon thing where it's just like especially shorter, smaller film noir. It's just like an episode of like, because every film produced at that time comes from the same mold. And it's all the same like actors and stuff. Like it's it's almost like watching a show. Like that's very cool. Yeah, I hadn't heard of that one. Man, yeah, Sunset Boulevard's so good. But
Yeah.
hell yeah, in a lonely place.
I like watching like Sunset Boulevard and then like Mulholland Drive right after
Yeah.
each other.
Oh, that's a yeah. Is
I think
is
that's like an awesome combo.
is In a Lonely Place? Is it done in color or is it black and white?
It's black and white.
Okay. Because that was the thing with Rebel Without a Cause. Like, that was like, you know, for a Technicolor film, like, the use of color in that, the red jacket and everything. But black and white, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I also just recently watched To Live and Die in L.A.
Oh, is that by Walter Hill or William Friedkin?
Friedkin, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, that has like Willem Dafoe too, and
Oh,
it's like a cool like action film basically, or like a cop drama sort of thing.
That was one of the few movies reference cited as inspiration for Drive.
Oh, really?
Just like 80s like action.
Yeah,
I only seen
but
parts
that-
of it, but yeah, it's
That was the reason why I watched it, because I saw it was like influenced by Drive, and it definitely has like I mean, Drive was influenced by it, and you can definitely tell it has that, you know,
yeah.
setup to it. But yeah, I
Did you end
recommend
up
those.
seeing all the Hobbit movies?
No.
No?
I watched the first one and then that's it. I don't need to watch the others.
You didn't like it?
I like the Lord of the Rings. That's the thing. I watched the Lord of the Rings movies like late, like maybe
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Those are cool. I mean, Return of the King was awesome. Those
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like that invested into its world. So it's like
Yeah.
I watched it. So like the Hobbit just feels like secondary material to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like I watched the first one.
Even though that was honestly that was the beginning of
Yeah, But I watched the first one and like I was so bored of it, and I'm really bored during films, but I didn't care, and I like that actor. I forget his name.
Yeah, what's his name?
Tim Freeman or something.
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I like that actor, and like the first third of it's fun, but I just didn't care.
See,
but I'm
I-
not into it.
I really enjoyed. I thought the first one was a genuinely great adventure movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it realized Middle Earth better than any of Lord of the Rings. I like the Lord of the Rings movies way better, but just in terms of like having fun in this big world, I enjoyed the shit out of the first one. 2 and 3 had a great time watching them. They don't need to be 2 movies. It was so obvious. I didn't feel that way from the first one. And I think regardless of what you thought, you could see it was a complete movie, right? I mean, it was beginning, middle, end.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
2 was very like, now we're going here, and whoa, this is all crazy, and whoa, that cut. Credits. All right, well, I'll come back. And then the third one is kind of like the last battle. Yeah.
For 3 hours.
Yeah, and it's really, I mean, it's not even 3 hours, it's 2:20, you know? And it's like, I had a great time. I had a really good time. You know, they are popcorn movies. They are not in any way the weight of Lord of the Rings. No way. But I agree, just like David Maher in the chat said, I didn't go in with great expectations. I went in going, this was a children's book. Let's have a good time. It's going to be, you know, popcorn, whatever. And that's what I got, and I enjoyed it. But 2 and 3, it really sucks because I think you would have had two badass movies, and instead you got 3 pretty okay.
Yeah, if it was like
movies.
Again, if they had just made it as one film, then like a more condensed adaptation, I would have been stoked. It would have been awesome. But yeah, when they made that announcement saying it's gonna be 3 movies, then it's openly like it's like they want to milk it as much as they can for money and stretch it out. So that's why
I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, that kind of turned me off on it. I really hope, and it's fine. I think Peter Jackson even said he's open to doing more like Tolkien shit.
Yeah.
But I really want him just for fun to like go back and do like an old school gore movie again.
Yeah, do a no budget
That'd be
movie.
so fun.
Yeah.
I'm really, and like I think in some interview like years ago, he said like he was open to that too. He's still like relatively young. I mean, you know, he's not old, so it's like
But
he's still got more movies.
I will say though, he is exhibiting the things that what am I trying to say? He's exhibiting that old man crazy shit.
Yeah.
Because Lord of the Rings was very grounded.
Yeah.
It was all practical except when they couldn't do something and there was a little CG. You know, okay, we're going to have to make this guy CG. We're going to have to do this. And then The Hobbit came out. People are saying in a few years people are going to feel like the way they do about the Star Wars prequels. That is not at all true. Regardless of what you think of the Hobbit movies, to compare them to the Star Wars prequels, where every single one was a crushing blow, no. The The Hobbit movies were just okay, whatever. Some people didn't like them, but right, they're not anywhere on the level of like stabbing you in the heart like the Star Wars prequels. Anyway, whatever. Where's I going with that?
He's getting old and crazy.
The first Hobbit, though, had it was fine, but there was a little bit of like, man, kind of a lot of CG in this, kind of cartoony. But whatever, it's the Hobbit. The Hobbit was a cartoony book. It was a children's book. And then 2 and 3 have both what I call like black marks on the movie, basically, that are like, why did anyone say yes to this? Second movie, they go down the river in these barrels to escape from a combat. And there are GoPro shots. Not a joke. They literally got GoPros on the barrels. And I mean, it's a lower quality pixelated shot of it going. It's like, this, how could this stay? The third movie for me, what that was, is there is a CG fucking man in the newest Hobbit movie. There's a CG man, not Gollum or some creature. It's one of the dwarves, and it's just a CG guy. Hey, laddie, why don't you come over here and give me a hug? And it's like, this man is all CG. Why don't do this? You can have a man do this.
That makes me wonder then, because like Warner Brothers said yes to the 3 films, because the first Lord of the Rings made so much money, they probably gave these Hobbit movies a huge fucking budget. Yeah. So Peter Jackson's like, sure, I feel like they have the money with it, and with that allows them just to just be lit. Yeah. It's funny because it's like you can't say CGI. Naturally, I want to say using CGI is lazy, because it's like, it's better just you do the real thing. Yeah. But then you still have animators constructing the CGI, and it is a lot of work. But I think that by having this big budget, they can just blow it and not really care. Whereas if they had a lighter budget, they'd be like, well, you have to have this character. Well, we can't afford the CGI. All right, let's do them. I don't know. But that kind of makes me think of like Peter Jackson going the same route as James Cameron. Like where they're young and healthy and ambitious, amazing. And then they get older, richer, more money, more power,
more money without even having to move.
Yeah, but that gives me a good idea. Cameron should abandon his Avatar shit, whatever. Cameron should hop over. He should do a cover of Lord of the Rings or whatever. Do another Tolkien thing. Cover. Peter Jackson should get the fuck out of Middle Earth. Hop on over to Terminator or Aliens. Peter Jackson should direct Terminator versus the Aliens. Peter Jackson should direct Lord of the Rings versus The Hobbit. Who's the better, older, crazy filmmaker? Cool. What if Peter Jackson did the Titanic, when the ship's going down, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet have GoPros going
that would have been a lot better.
That'd be fucking tight. So, Warner Brothers, I know you're watching this. Whoever owns the rights to Terminator 2, or Genisys, whatever the fuck.
Genisys. Terminator Genisys looks like the world's best cosplay video. It really is all kids dressed as the old characters going, pew, 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 pew. Come with me if you want to live. Oh my god. I mean, they're all dressed as old characters. Yeah. And it just looks like Anime Expo's #1 GoPro video. Like, it just doesn't look good. I don't know.
The title, though. I don't know. Terminator Genisys. It's...
I like SNES better.
Yeah.
Should have been called Terminator SNES.
Have either of you guys seen Inherent Vice?
Yes.
Nope.
I love Paul Thomas Anderson. I love all his movies. Although Inherent Vice is my least favorite Paul Thomas Anderson.
Really?
But that's only because all his movies are so great. Inherent Vice is fun. Joaquin Phoenix is great in it. There's so many fun roles. But in adapting Inherent Vice, Paul Thomas Anderson was very open, just saying, like, this movie's about capturing the mood and tone of like that era. So it's just like, it's hazy. It's just going from here to here. There's no real huge overarching weight to it. Whereas like a film like There Will Be Blood, every plot point is so masterfully built on top of another, and like it ends in such an amazing way. Whereas Inherent Vice is kind of this crazy ride, and it ends, and it's sweet.
It's meant to be
but it's more an experience.
I feel the same. This sounds like a weird comparison, but I feel the same way about 2001: A Space Odyssey. Plot in that movie doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, there is a plot, and it's not like you can't whatever, but it really is secondary. Yeah, it's meant to be an experience. It's meant to be you're along the ride of mankind's evolution. Yeah. That's more important than any plot. I remember I watched it with my family once, and they were like, when does the story get going? And it's like, man, that just does not matter here.
Yeah,
you know.
and that's what they did in Inherent Vice. It's silly, but it's funny. Josh Brolin's awesome in it. But yeah, it's good. I liked it, but it's it's good, but not great. And again, it's Paul Thomas Anderson, so all his other films like Boogie Nights, Magnolia, There Will Be Blood, even Punch Drunk Love, and even Hard Eight, like those are so tight and well made and like such more solid. Yeah, I guess the stories are much more grounded and have more weight to them. Whereas Inherent Vice is more of a fun idea, but it's still really good. And it's funny, Paul Thomas Anderson talks about how after There Will Be Blood, he had kids and a family, and he says like now that he spends so much time like raising his kids and he has a family, he has much more to worry about. He said that he thinks that his best work might be behind him, and now
really?
he's just gonna make what he wants to make and kind of just take a little less stress into it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, bursting onto the film scene with like Boogie Nights, Magnolia, all the shit he made by the time he was 25 years old.
Yeah.
He was so tightly wound up, and he talks about how he would smoke packs and packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow,
that like
really?
now as he's like in his 40s, he's kind of just taking it easier and just making what he wants to make. But so yeah, that's my loose review of Inherent Vice. It's good, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen any of his other films,
Ooh.
but I went in not knowing much about it,
yeah.
but I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I would like go back to the theaters or like buy the Blu-ray
No,
of
yeah.
it. Like,
But
I just-
that's kind of how I felt about The Master. I liked The Master overall, but
Yeah.
I wasn't rushing to like, oh, I need to buy that and watch it.
yeah.
You know, it wasn't like it was, a ride. But I enjoyed the shit out of talking about the movie and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
I enjoyed that more than watching it. Again, I don't even mean that as a knock against the movie, but it was more a movie to create conversation as opposed to oh man, I gotta watch this. Remember this crazy part, or anything. I wasn't like racing to watch it again. I will watch it again though. I liked it.
The cool thing that's cool, The Master, and even Inherent Vice kind of shares the same the groundwork of it. But Paul Thomas Anderson talks about how with The Master, he a lot of it's just ideas, kind of like with 2001: Space Odyssey, where he was just trying to just put things out there, following his instinct without even himself. There's things in that movie that even he doesn't really have an explanation for. He was just trying to craft this thing, and it's more this idea. And like he says, like each time you revisit it, you'll find something different.
Yeah.
It's just this big open expression, and you just pluck things out.
Yeah, I kind of was not sure of it when I saw it, and then someone said it to me. I don't remember who, but someone said, was it Mark Maron or I don't remember what it was. I was listening to someone talk about it, and they were saying like, I like that there's someone out there making movies that you don't have a master key to.
Yeah, I think that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I heard that, and I was like, yeah, that's totally true.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether his movies are thrill rides or not, I appreciate that he exists.
Yeah, I love Paul Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like that, and in a way, he's kind of today's Kubrick.
Yep.
Not like his shots are 1-to-1 the same or
Yeah.
anything, or his directing style, but just in terms of being that force of like, wow, you're making shit that's making it into all the theaters. It's not like it's only
Yep.
at one art house shitty theater.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, and yet it's asking you something instead of being the Avengers. I don't know. I'll check out Inherent Vice stuff. I want to.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I thought.
But it was out of theaters in I can't speak for LA or
Yeah.
anywhere else. San Diego, that was out of theaters in like 4 days. We were like, yeah, dude, it finally went wide release in January.
Yeah,
we were like, dude, let's go, and it was like, we missed it.
I think
What?
I think my theater had it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Dude, they swept it out fast.
but I mean, in LA, New York, it had a very strong, concentrated opening. Like
Yes.
everyone in that area went to see it.
yeah, exactly.
But that's the thing too, is like if you're a huge Paul Thomas Anderson, like my friend Nathan, he drove up 2 hours to LA to see it that opening weekend. So I think everyone who wanted to see it saw it immediately.
Yeah.
There was no one on the fence of like, should I see Inherent Vice? It's like either if you're a huge PCA fan, you were gonna see that movie immediately.
Yeah.
And then if not, then you just catch it later. But yeah, if you have-
I'm not up here with him. I'm right here. So it was like, oh no, let the movie come to me.
yeah.
I was excited to see it, but come to me, and it didn't.
Yeah.
When I saw The Master here, I saw that actually right when it came out.
Yeah.
And in the theater it was me, Brian, Eric, and that was it.
I saw that opening midnight in LA.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was a packed theater.
Oh, what's?
But again, it was all fucking film nerds there dying to see the new PTA. And also, when he made The Master, that was like a big gap of like 5 years since There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Whereas the gap between The Master and Inherent Vice
Yeah,
was like 2
not
years.
as bad.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
that urgent
Yeah.
to go out. But yeah, if you haven't seen another PTA movie, I think Boogie Nights is both. It's hugely ambitious and super entertaining. So watch
Yeah, I
Boogie
like
Nights.
Boogie Nights a
Nights is
lot.
great. And then There Will Be Blood is like a classic American film now.
We talked about that before. Me and Derek had the same route with that movie. Hated it when we first saw it. I was marketed a different movie than what
Which
I got.
movie?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone told me. I enjoyed it while I was watching it, but it was over. I was just like, eh. Everyone told me. I was told so much disparate information about that movie, and then when I saw it, I was like, "What was this?" But then after a month of hating it, I realized I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it the first time. I was like, "Oh, that was cool." I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis is so amazing, insane to watch. But then I watched it the second time, and it sinked in. I was like, "Oh, it's so."
Yeah, someone got me the Blu-ray for Christmas, and I popped it in, and I was like, "Okay, that was pretty fucking good."
Yeah.
Sperm Phoenix Film says Whiplash literally fucked me up. Literally fucked him up.
Wow.
Whiplash came off the screen and pulled his dick out. You enjoy the rest.
Powerful film.
Anyway, no, I was gonna say, yeah, that's that. I think that's all.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll check those out. So.
All right, yeah, check out those movies, you pig fuck. That's a reference to The Master. Check that out on Netflix. It's available right now.
All right.
It's a line from the movie. I didn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it, so.
Yeah, it's good. PT or
check it out.
fucking Hoffman is good.
Hoffman is good.
Lots of cusses though. So.
You know what? You might
Hoffman
like
all
the
those
movie.
years.
Hey, I was so hooked on that movie, I did heroin. Little topical humor for Phil Thomas Cat. All right. Good night.